Most business owners think ranking number one on YouTube is nearly impossible or random, and that's complete BS. And I'm about to prove it to you with hard numbers. Okay, this strategy is how Simone Bies booked 250 qualified calls in a 14-day time span without going viral. So you can see from this Slack screenshot, July 1st to July 15th, 250 calls booked. So here's the stats. This keyword that we ranked number one and number two for gets 20 to 50K searches per month, and I only kept it to USA. And government jobs gets 200K plus searches per month. I'll show you the SEO screenshots on the next page. So here you can see I'm on an incognito tab. You can try this for yourself. Just make sure you're searching from a US VPN or you're based in the US. And you can see I'm incognito. I have an ad at the top, so I'm not signed into my YouTube premium account. This is another screenshot here for government jobs. We're ranking number one right below this ad, which doesn't count. And the best part is this works even when she doesn't post for a month because the content is evergreen and continues to generate leads 24/7. And I'm about to prove this to you. So if I go over to her YouTube studio, just so you can see that I actually have access to this account, I'm going to refresh here. So it's loading, give it 1 second. You can see that the views graph is just constantly going up over time. And this is because 36% of the views are coming from YouTube search. And you can see here, she only posted once in the last month. Don't worry, she's still an active client. We managed 2 YouTube channels for her, but she still got 141,000 views. She averages about 5,000 to 6,000 views per day passively. Okay. So you're going to learn everything we did for her in this YouTube video today. So this is what her channel looked like before working with us. Okay. She was posting G-Wagons, Teslas, AMGs. It was just very random, right? You can clearly see the difference when you look at this versus what I'm about to show you. Okay, so she was making content about cars, lifestyle, random vlogs, entertainment focused videos. Okay, but that's not going to get you clients. The problem is that type of content attracts the wrong audience. It has no search volume, and overall you're just competing with entertainment channels. But after working with us, this is what her channel looks like. You can clearly see the difference. We have multiple videos over 100K views. In fact, we have 7. I'm going to count this one because by the time this video goes live, I know for a fact we're going to hit 100K views on it. And the channel just looks much better. Everything is optimized, and there's actually a goal and an intention behind each video. So now she creates step-by-step tech career tutorials, government tech job breakdowns, certification guides and roadmaps, and client success case studies. And here's the result: consistent 6 figures a month from the channel from high ticket clients, not AdSense. And on average, she gets 10 to 80K views per video. Here's why the how to get into tech was the perfect keyword. So this is a long tail keyword, which means it's very long. And we didn't just randomly pick this. Okay, here's why it was strategically perfect. It had high search volume. It's a bit difficult for me to get the exact number for you guys, but talking a bit with ChatGPT, checking like, what is it called? SEMrush, Ahrefs, all that stuff. We can see if we target this specific keyword and include slight variations of it. So get into tech, how to enter tech industry. If we look at only the USA, we have about 20 to 50K searches per month from Google, and then 5,000 to 15K from YouTube. This is a very high intent keyword. So people actively looking for career help are searching this term, and there's an audience match. It's a perfect fit for people looking to get help with getting into a tech career. If you guys don't know, Simone's offer is she helps people get into tech, specifically gov tech. So we'll talk more on that later. In terms of the monetization potential, these people clearly have a want or a need to work in tech. They have pain and they need help. The competition level is pretty high, to be honest, but it's beatable with the right strategy, which you'll learn today as long as you stick through till the end. We're also ranking high for government jobs, which has 200,000 searches per month, along with 1.5 million searches per month if you include other similar keywords. So you can see here government jobs, 200,000 volume per month, but the total volume split across the broad keywords is 1.5 mil. She's also ranking on Google for so many of these terms, and that was the intention behind this strategy. So we didn't just target one keyword and call it a day. We built an entire content ecosystem that owns the getting into tech space on YouTube. But the important thing to keep in mind is that when we started with dominating a very niche keyword, which is GovTech, and we still make GovTech content today. But now that we've dominated this GovTech niche, we can now branch out into the tech niche. This is step 1, and then going for the bigger keyword tech is step 2. You can see GovTech is very, very niche, okay? 14,000 searches per month across all the keywords. Remember, this is USA alone, so I'm not including third world countries. And we started with this and then we branched out. But don't be scared, right? Just because here there's like 3,600 search volume on this doesn't mean you can't get hundreds of thousands of views, but more importantly, hundreds of thousands of dollars from these videos. There's videos we made targeting the GovTech keyword that still got over 100K views and made tons and tons of money. So here's the 3-part content system, okay? 50% of our content is action-based. These are step-by-step tutorials that solve immediate problems. They're high search volume keywords and they attract people ready to take action. So for example, how to pass the CompTIA Security Plus 701 exam on your first try. This had a ton of search volume and it's a topic that people are actively searching for. And all of the people who are searching for this keyword are trying to get get some type of job in tech. So they're highly qualified leads and they're very high intent. They have pain. They want to pass this test. They're scared. They don't know how. Simone has the solution. Next up, we have how to find tech jobs with low competition. So with this video, we're targeting people that are looking for tech jobs. These people have pain, they want to get a tech job, and they need help. And then next up, we have how I would get into GovTech if I had to start over. So you can see here, we're targeting the GovTech keyword, and then we're about to hit 100K views probably by tomorrow or after tomorrow. So this was posted a year ago and it's still climbing. So that just goes to show the power of YouTube. But as you can see, the goal with these videos is somebody's going to watch it, and after watching it, they got a ton of value and they're going to know exactly what to do step by step after watching this video. Of course, there's going to be certain parts left out. They're not going to have the one-to-one guidance, etc., which is why these leads would actually pay for Simone's program. The thing is, even if you give away all the information in your YouTube videos, people will still buy your program. You do not want to be that person that's gatekeeping and then you make a 20 or 30-minute video that gives literally no value, because then what happens is people watch that content and then right away they're like, okay, this person is not credible. They just wasted 20 to 30 minutes of my time. Why am I going to give them 3 grand? Why am I going to give them 25 grand? You get the point. So the next type of content is educational content. So this is industry insights and strategic positioning, authority building content, and it also breaks false beliefs about tech careers. So here's what I mean, right? An action-based video is like how to get a tech job, how to come up with YouTube video ideas, how to write a YouTube video script. But educational videos is more like best tech certifications to get in 2025. I'm not saying how to get the certification. I'm saying which ones are the best ones and why. Here, I'm saying why getting into GovTech is easier than you think. I'm not saying how to get into GovTech. I'm saying why. So I'm educating them on why they need to get into GovTech or why they should be interested. I'm giving my industry knowledge and my opinion as an authority in the space. And then they go and watch the other action-based videos, or they just buy our program and figure out how to do it. Next one here, you can talk about news and stuff. So here we're talking about something Elon is related to, how Doge is going to impact GovTech forever. This was a hot topic, and then we're able to funnel this traffic into our other content. Because the thing is, if you do try to catch trends, you really need to do it properly and funnel the people into action-based videos or educational videos so that they actually become leads. Because these trends, if you're just chasing trends constantly, it's not going to work. And I'm going to talk more about this later. This is like a very, very small percentage of our content. So next up, we have social proof content, which is roughly 20%. These are client success stories and case studies. These are real results from real people, and these videos shorten sales cycles dramatically. In fact, a lot of the conversions actually come from these videos because they're going to see someone who used to make $14 an hour and now makes $269,000 per year. And they're going to be like, okay, I make 14 or 10 or $30 per hour. I identify myself as similar to this person's position, and I want to reach his point B. And he got to that point B by joining Simone's program, so I should join Simone's program. That's how people are thinking when they watch these social proof pieces of content. And the thing with these videos is that they don't really get that much traffic from search. They do get some from browse, but most of the time how people will find this content is by clicking on your channel page, or by, let's say they watch this video that's 11 minutes long, they watch a good percentage of it, then YouTube's going to be like, okay, I should recommend more tech related content, but specifically more tech related content from Simone to this person. So then they're going to take one of these videos and recommend them, or one of Simone's other videos. Now, here's a couple more examples of action-based videos, just because I really want you to get the gist. I really like educating through examples, so that's what I'm going to do. How I would break into tech in 90 days with a $0 budget. That's an action-based video. How to get your first tech job, no experience. 5 resume mistakes you must avoid when applying for a tech job. These videos attract people who are actively trying to solve tech career problems right now. They're not just browsing, they're in execution mode. That's the difference between long form content and short form. Like, we fulfill short form content for a couple select few clients, right? But we focus 97% of our bandwidth on YouTube because it's just a lot more high intent and it's a lot easier to actually make money from these leads. And with all of our clients, we focus on making the money. Like, cool, you know, the 10,000 views, 100,000 view videos are cool, but we just focus on making our clients money. And it's a lot easier to do that through a long form piece of content rather than short form, because with short form, they're usually in like entertainment mode and they're just scrolling, swiping their thumb upwards constantly for hours on end, looking for entertainment and dopamine. If you give them a very actionable Instagram reel, they're not really going to take action on it. And on the entertainment ones, they're not really going to take action. Now, I'm not trying to say, oh, Instagram is bad and you shouldn't make reels, so don't interpret me that way. But all I'm saying is it's a lot easier to make money from a 9-minute video that gets 10,000 views talking about a specific problem. Because here it's like, okay, cool, you've fixed these resume mistakes, but you don't know how to find the right jobs. You don't know what salary to ask for. You don't know how to pass the interviews. There's so many other problems. So buy my program. That is how this works. And when they watch this 9-minute video, they're going to get so much value, and then they're going to associate Simone with success. So now let's get on to the educational content. So here we're talking about why getting into GovTech is easier than you think, best tech certs. I already showed these earlier. This content positions Simone as the expert who understands the tech industry better than anyone else. And it's not just tutorials, it's strategic insights. Next up, we have social proof content. So I already showed you some examples earlier, but these are like client interviews or even in-person client interviews. You don't have to do them in person. Most of our clients do them virtually, but I just want you to notice the pattern here. Every video is directly related to our core service. We're not trying to be a general business coach or a general type of channel that's talking about like best 5 ways to make money or something. It's like we're making specific content related to her niche because that's the easiest way to make money with a YouTube channel. Now, here's the SEO optimization process. So we put the exact search terms people use in the titles, no clever wordplay or creative titles that nobody searches for unless the intention is to make the video hit the explore page, and that's called like the browse features, which is your home feed on YouTube. That's a whole different type of thing. But generally, if you optimize for search and do it properly, it should be naturally optimized for the explore page as well. So here's a couple examples. How to get into tech, exact match. Best way to get into tech, which is a variation. Tech jobs with no experience, that's a related keyword. A lot of people think for SEO, you can just use vidIQ or keyword stuff the description and tags and rank. But if it was that easy, everybody would rank in search. But instead, there's 3.6 billion YouTube videos uploaded per day and only a small fraction actually perform. What most people don't know is that YouTube used to actually work like that. You could just clickbait, keyword stuff, rank. But a few years back, after that system was abused and viewer satisfaction was low, they changed how SEO works. YouTube now looks at a combination of quite literally everything from the thumbnail to the title to the watch time to the session duration, which is how long people stay on your channel, to the description and tags. Not too much the description and tags, to be honest. And it also looks at the words that you say in the video through the transcript. But overall, the most important part is the idea itself and the supply and demand behind it. Like how many people are searching for this, and then also how many videos already exist for this topic. Now, if you want a team to handle this completely done for you that has multiple years of experience and has done this for over 100 plus clients, you should work with us because we do this all done for you. Okay. This isn't like a course. I teach you how to do it, fully done for you. Okay. We do the ideation, we do the scripting, we do the editing, we do the thumbnails, we do the SEO, we do the posting. We keep on looping for 1 or 2 videos per week, just depends how quickly you want to scale. Again, it's all done for you. This isn't a coaching program. I'm doing it done for you. Me and my team will do this done for you. So if you're interested, just hit the first link in the description, but let's keep going here. So for the thumbnail strategy, here's the elements that work. You're going to need a clear image of your face in the thumbnail because what's going to happen is over time, people are going to know your face and then they're going to click on it more. It's just like how if Ayman makes a thumbnail and then Ayman's face is in it, more people will click it because a lot of people know Ayman. Makes sense? Next, you want to make sure you have bold text with a key benefit inside, and ideally you have less than 4 words in the thumbnail. The closer you can get to 0 words in the thumbnail, actually the better. And next up, you want to use relevant images to your offer. So for Simone, we use like the LinkedIn logo, we use laptop certificates. This is like tied into the next point, which is familiar icons. So if your niche uses Stripe for payment processing, use a Stripe logo. If they use Gmail a lot, use Gmail. If they use LinkedIn, so on and so forth. With me, I like to use YouTube, etc., because people know YouTube. Next up, make sure you're using bright contrasting colors because most users are on dark mode. I forgot the percentage, but it's probably like 80% plus by now. So if you have a bright thumbnail, naturally it sticks out against the background. So here's the traffic source breakdown on Simone's channel. So over the last 28 days, 25.9% come from search, 32% come from browse features, and 21% from suggested videos. So a lot of the views come from people actively searching for tech career solutions along with browse features. And this is qualified traffic that converts into clients. So the good thing with YouTube search is that it's evergreen. You don't have to keep on spending money on ads to keep boosting your videos. This is fully organic with 0 ad spend. And here's the results, okay? 250 calls booked in a 14-day time span. This wasn't even the entire month, and it's a 3K offer. We didn't even go viral during that period. You're gonna have higher close rates because prospects are pre-educated through your content, and reduced sales cycles as well. So if usually it takes you like 3 weeks to close a lead, you can shorten that sales cycle down to a week or even a couple days because people already are gonna know, like, and trust you. And then obviously you're gonna get premium positioning if you do the YouTube sales funnel properly. Okay, with Simone, she's the obvious expert in GovTech careers. She's like literally the only one. We wiped out basically everyone, and we have such a strong moat that nobody's ever going to beat us. So here's the evergreen advantage, okay? The problem with trending content is that there's a massive spike in views for the first few days, or maybe it's a week or 2 weeks, however long the trend lasts, and then there's a rapid decline as the trend dies, and there's constant pressure to create new trending content. Overall, you're just going to be attracting the wrong audience, which is entertainment seekers and not buyers. But here's the power of evergreen content. You can see this graph that I showed earlier just to prove to you I have access to Simone's channel. It's constantly going up. There's consistent growth over months and years. This video was posted over a year ago and it's still going up. It's getting 342 qualified views. I shouldn't say qualified views, but it's getting 342 views over the last 48 hours. So that's like quick maths, like 170-ish views per day, 36% coming from search, which is very high intent. People have a problem, they're going to search this content up, this topic, and then they're finding her. Overall, you're just getting qualified prospects that are actively looking for solutions, and the content works for you 24/7, even when you're not posting. Just like I showed you guys earlier on Simone's channel here, you can see she only posted once, but she still got 140K views over the last 30 days. And again, we're still working together. She was just traveling and getting some stuff situated. So every video builds trust on top of the previous one. So you're building a compounding marketing channel. This isn't something where you post and then it keeps posting, it keeps compounding. I want you to think of it like this. If you're posting 4 videos per month, which is what most of our clients do, on month 1, you're gonna have 4 videos uploaded, but on month 12, you're gonna have 48 videos uploaded. So imagine if like you own a ton of real estate, you have 4 properties collecting rent versus 48. You can see how it compounds on top of each other. Okay, compare this to channels trying to cover everything. One day they're doing business tips, then it's mindset, then productivity, then marketing. They get more views, but nothing is compounding. They're not attracting the right audience that would actually buy their offer, and overall they're not making as much money as they could be, or they're probably making none because there's no strategic focus. So here's why most people fail at YouTube SEO. Okay, mistake number 1 is they try to be clever instead of searchable. Mistake number 2, they chase trends instead of building authority. Mistake number 3, they focus on entertainment instead of solutions. Number 4, they optimize for views instead of clients. And number 5, they spread too thin instead of dominating one niche. And here's the fix. Focus on what your ideal clients are actively searching for and become the obvious expert in that space. Now here's the 4-step ranking framework, okay? Step 1, identify your how to get into tech keyword. Okay, what specific problem do you solve? What are your ideal clients searching for? What keywords have commercial intent? And what can you realistically compete in? Next step, build your content ecosystem, map out 20 to 30 related keywords, create action-based tutorials for each, add educational content into the mix, include social proof and case studies. Step number 3, optimize everything for search. Okay, titles include exact search terms, thumbnails promise clear value, scripts have keywords included. And then step 4, dominate through consistency. Okay, post 1 video per week ideally, or you could also do 2 if you want. Stay focused on your niche. Okay, don't chase broad videos, don't chase trends. Build authority over time and become unescapable in your space. So Simone did all of this right. She had a consistent niche focus. Every video was related to tech careers. We did no random content, no vlogs, no flexing cars, nothing. Strategic keyword targeting. Each video targets a specific search term. We had clean thumbnails, clear titles, and valuable content. We positioned her as the GovTech expert. We showed real client outcomes, not just theory, and we had an evergreen strategy, content that works for years and not days. We've been working with Simone now for 2 years. This month, we just hit 2 years. Now, if you want to know if this is going to work for you, this is what you need. You need a proven high ticket offer with ideally 3K plus LTV or a low ticket funnel with a high ticket upsell. Okay, that works as well. Next up, you're gonna need to commit to consistency. Okay, 1 to 2 videos per week. If you have a team doing this done for you, this is literally gonna take 2 to 3 hours of your time per month. So you can just do this on 1 day, forget about it for 30 days and keep on doing that. And then next up, you're gonna need to focus on client acquisition, not vanity metrics. So you shouldn't care about views and subscribers. You should care about getting clients. And then finally, you need long-term thinking. Okay, you need to give yourself a 6 to 12 month timeline. Will this work within 30 to 90 days? Yes, but if you give it that 6 to 12 month reach and time frame, that's really where you start to see the fruits of your labor. You shouldn't do this if, like, you know, you're still figuring out your business model, you don't have a proven offer. Like, it's much easier to just scale what's already working, and that's what we focus on. So again, here's everything we do for our clients. We find your high value keywords and build your content roadmap. We develop your 3-part content system and video scripts. So we come up with the ideas and then we write the scripts. We SEO optimize the videos. We do all the titles, thumbnails, posting, description, tags, whatever. And we also turn your search traffic into qualified sales calls. That's the end goal that we're pushing for here. We're also going to monitor all the performance and report back to you. Okay, so numbers don't lie. I have interviews all over my YouTube channel and social proof practically everywhere on the internet. You can search me up. I'm legit. So we scaled Eddie from 54K a month to 430K a month. Daniel Fazio, 108K in 82 days. Matt Lucero, 8 to 15K a month in new retainers for his marketing agency from YouTube. Factor in the LTV, and that's a lot of money. Simone B's 250 calls in a 14-day time span. And this works even if you have no audience. Okay, Matt, we started working with from zero. Othmain also from zero. First client in 3 weeks while averaging 200 views per video. So this isn't theory. This is a proven system we've used to generate millions of dollars for our clients. And you have 2 options. Okay, keep doing what you're doing. Hope your current marketing keeps working. Compete on price instead of authority. Remember, if you're an authority in the space, you could charge way more than your competitors. Stay invisible while competitors build a YouTube presence and miss out on the highest intent traffic source in the world. YouTube is the 2nd biggest search engine, and the #1 search engine, Google, owns YouTube. Option number 2 is implement the YouTube sales funnel system. Okay, you can just Own your keyword space on the world's first and second largest search engine, attract pre-qualified prospects who are ready to buy, build long-term authority that compounds over time, and generate predictable leads while you sleep. So if you want me to do this all done for you, just go click the link in the description, apply to work with me, and book a call if it gives you the option to. Remember, you need to be above 30 grand a month. If you're below 30K a month and you want to work with me, just DM me on Instagram, the keyword SEO. You're going to need a proven high ticket offer that works, serious commitment to YouTube growth, and I need to make sure you're focusing on business results rather than views and subscribers, etc. You're still going to get views and subs. That's going to be a byproduct, but we're going to focus on getting you clients. So if you meet these requirements and you're also selling online, you can't be a local business like a landscaper or something like that. Just make sure to go click the link in the description, apply to work with me. And here's the reality check. Okay, last thing I'll leave you with. Okay, your competitors are implementing these strategies right now. Every day you wait is another day they build search authority, and every month you delay is another month they own the keywords your prospects are searching for. The question isn't whether YouTube SEO works. Okay, Simone's results, along with all of our other clients, prove it does. But the question is whether you'll implement it before your competition dominates your space. The best time to start building YouTube authority was 1 year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, but the second best time is today. Click the first link in the description and apply if you're serious about dominating your niche on YouTube. Your future clients are searching for you right now, but make sure they find you first.